In this podcast, we're going to take a quick tour of a class list within the My JLC portal. After you've logged in, you want to click on the Faculty tab here right below the header. And in the Faculty Course Center module here on the page, you need to select from the pull down here class list. Now, normally you're just going to see your courses here. I'm seeing all the courses in the system with this login. So I'm actually going to go over to the full Faculty Course Center by clicking View More Options so I can open up a specific course. And I'm going to click here because the course I want is the TLC 101, and it's listed right here. Now on the pull down we have four options. We have course details, class list, grade entry, and textbooks. And we're going to be looking at the class list, and this is just a quick tour of what's on this page. There will be other videos that specifically look at doing exports and some other things that are included here. So you'll notice the whole frame now is filled up with the class list for TLC 101 V1. Now, one nice thing is you can jump between courses here by just selecting another course on the list. Now, once again, you're just going to see your courses listed, but you don't have to go back out and do a search and go back into the class list. You can jump from a class list in one page, or excuse me, you can jump from a class list in one course to a class list for another course by using this pull down. In the upper right hand corner we have a print button, and this print button will print just what's in this frame. It is not necessarily the most printer friendly version. You may find that it takes up a lot more pages than what you would like. So one of the things that we'll look at in a different video is how to do an export to Excel. So you can tweak that report and then get like all the students' names on one page. Now, other things on the page here, you'll notice there's a breadcrumb trail here that has appeared below the blue bar. There's also a Set Options button right here above that. We'll be looking at that in more detail in some other videos. Below that, it has some of the catalog information about the course. And then we have the list of students. Now, you'll notice right above the list of students are three links. One is emailing selected students, one is emailing all students, and the other is export to Excel. We'll deal with these functions in separate videos. The purpose of this video is really just give you an idea of what's available on this page. Those links are also repeated down here below the list of names. Now, the columns that appear here, the first one here is FERPA Restrict. There are no entries that show up on this screen under that column. If you do the export to Excel, there are entries in that column. Then we have the student's name. There are three icons behind the student's name. The first one is a blue information icon, and if you click on it, you're going to get a pop-up window that has a picture of the student if there's one available. It'll have the student's name. It will have the student's email address. That is one of the ways you can get the email address. As you'll notice, their email address is not listed on this page. It does, however, show up on the export to Excel. The second icon is an envelope, and if you mouse over it, it shows you the student's email address. And if you click on the button, you can email them directly out of the system. The third one is the student schedule link, and we'll look at all of these in separate videos. Behind that is a student ID number, and then there's a status column. You'll notice these all say registered. It has the date in which the student was registered in your course. Now, if you want to see withdrawn students, you can do that, but the default view is just to see currently enrolled students, and it shows the date in which they were enrolled. If you need to know who enrolled the student in your class, you can no longer get that information directly out of the system like you could in Apex. You need to contact their admissions, and they can get that information for you. You can't assume necessarily that it was the advisor. And the last column is the advisor column. Since this is a dummy class with these are not real students, there are no advisors listed here. Then we see that this is a 1-credit class. We have the majors for the students listed. And then under class, we have entries of FF for each of the students. The entries that are available here are FF for first-time freshmen, FR for freshman, SO for sophomore, and HS for high school. And then under program, everybody except for adult basic ed is going to be undergraduate, or UNDG. Okay, so those are the basic elements that are available on this page. And if you just want to quickly print this out, you can do that by hitting the printer icon up here and printing that. You're also able to export this to Excel and get a much more printer-friendly version. And there are videos and handouts on how to create an export and to get it to print all on one page and things. So that's the quick tour of the class list page in the My JLC portal.